Hi guys, andina tayo sa Radisson. Ang ganda talaga. Dito normal na walang tao dito sa Megawide sa Radisson. Mostly kasi meron tao talaga sa labas. So I'm here now sa event. Medyo late na nga pero try natin habulin yung oras.
This will be a giant Santo Niño, 40-foot Santo Niño.
So as soon as you enter Cebu, you'll be greeted by our Santo Niño.
Kasi diba, for example, in other places, you have the Statue of Liberty. Alam mo na, nandun ka na, pag nandun. Sa Singapore, alam mo, lion. Dito, you know in Cebu because you have the giant Santo Niño. It will be so iconic that it's so high. And the inspiration also for the chapel is parang the airport. The arcs of the airport. And you can see the wood You can see the wood below the arc. We'll show you the interior ito. So like we use parang glue lang yung loob to make it air, to make it feel natural. So we wanted to make this as seamless as possible. Diba I mentioned you can take the water ferry, water taxi from Carbon to the airport and vice versa. Not only going to the airport. If you're na Mactan, yung Mactan dun sumasakay, diba ng ferry, you can also go to Carbon via that route. Avoiding traffic, avoiding long lines. So we have the ferry terminal. This is what we plan it to look like. Okay, there's a floating restaurant in the middle. Okay, that's the plan. And this is from, if you're coming from Mactan Channel, ito yung makikita mo. Remember the giant Santo Niño, the Santo Niño Chapel, Compania Maritimo on the right, and all the other villages.
If you're taking the ferry from Mactan going to Carbon, that's your view. Imagine at night, diba? It's like giant lanterns. You'll have giant lanterns in the area.
Yeah. Again, I'd like to emphasize it. Everything is snow-rise so that kung saan ka man sa Carbon, you can see everything. You just need to go on one of the areas and makikita mo na lahat. The view is great from any angle in the whole development.
And while we're redeveloping the area, it's you have that modern feel na, but we'll retain the character of Cebu, the character of Cebu. Nandyan pa rin. Diba? And you feel it talaga with the woven elements, the puso, the Santo Niño, diba? You feel that in this development.
We're working also with the transport authorities of Cebu and the general area to make sure na lahat naman ng tao na pupunta ng Carbon will have transport vice versa, going to and from Carbon. Kasi maglakad sila, diba? So we want to make sure that there are proper terminals across, proper pathways also where people can wait and walk to. So access. So yeah, this is sort of a sample terminal, at least for the taxis, etc. Anybody who's been at the airport, diba yung bagong arrival area, when you go there, hindi na dati mag-aantay ka sa harap. There's a proper waiting area that's covered during rain or sunshine. It's proper, di ba? Hindi ko makakapag-antay. The same here. We want to make everything as organized as possible, modern, but again, retaining the heritage of the area. That's Compania Marittima, by the way. Sige, next. Another land terminal in the middle. So ito for the modern jeeps. No? Of course, gusto natin makadaan sa Carbon yung mga tao to see, no? Makavisit sila at any time. So also remember I told you about the safety and security issues. Para at least everything is walkable, everything is good for pedestrians, or even for public transport. Not just for those with cars, ha? Again, like what I said, this is for everyone. Every nagko-commute, may kotse man, naglalakad man, everything is good for them when they're in Carbon. Landscape plan, because this is something we're proud of. Next one. We want everything again to be for the pedestrians as well. Wide sidewalks, hindi yung para nakikipagpatintero ka sa mga sasakyan kasi sobrang liit ng sidewalks. You go to the road, and then again you go to the small sidewalk, and then go to the road. So this one will have wide sidewalks for everyone to walk in. So, and then there'll be ample parking spaces naman, of course. We want to assure that. Kasi nga, parking I think has been a big issue na gusto mong pumunta ng Carbon pero wala kang parking. So you'd rather not go, di ba? Maglalakad ka na, mag-jeep ka na. So yun. Next. And this will be the landscape again. It's a family-friendly area. Wide swaths of green where you can chill, relax, be with the family. Pag-picnic ba? Okay. Waterfront dock. Again, the sidewalk experience also is there. And then we plan to put an activity area in this general. Next one. Again, wide sidewalks. All around Carbon, you want that al fresco feel. Remember, again, Not so much enclosed space, but open, al fresco setup. So, ito yan. I think this is in Italy, was talking Europe, some of the areas in Europe.
Yes.
So, outdoor dining and sitting areas. Of course, that feature local delicacies and Cebu food, and Cebuano food. Street food. Diba? I think Cebu was featured in one of those international documentaries on food, diba? On street food, edition and everything. So you want this to be an extension of that. This is a general perspective of the area also. Again, you see the iconic Santo Niño there, and then the different villages. If you're again standing on one area, you can still see everything. The view will be unobstructed. At least now. Remember, we did not just construct the airport, the new terminal, we also operated. So what we can offer? Jobs during construction, jobs during operation of the market. By the way, for those of you, I'm sure you have that question, the market will still be operated by the LGU. Okay? We just give the infrastructure and maintain the whole area. Number 2, government package. Of course, we're coming in as an investor also. More benefits for the people. Before I fail to mention, the government and the city government will not spend a single centavo in all of this. It will be fully financed by Megawide. Okay? Again, more taxes, more benefits for the city of Cebu, for social services. More tourists. Again, we do not just want Cebuanos there. We want the area to be where Cebuanos can be proud, and that where we can showcase the best of Cebu to everyone, both local and foreign tourists. More customers, na matutuwa yung mga vendors, more sales, especially for the public market. Kasi again, if you don't go to Carbon, you haven't been to Cebu. Market efficiencies. We want to house all the vendors as much as possible in the modern public market for their protection also from the elements, dust, rain, heat. At the same time, it's convenient for the consumers kasi nasa isang place na lang. It's a one-stop shop. Number 3, it's also for the safety and security of everyone. And then lastly, like what I mentioned earlier, everyone was hit by COVID, the pandemic. We operate the airport, we know. Tourism is down. Economy is down. A lot of people are losing jobs. We want this to be a way of our giving back, helping fellow Cebuanos to jumpstart their own businesses. That's why we have the wholesalers hub, retail, night market. Kumbaga, especially now that online businesses are an uptick, I think that can be a venue for them to sell their wares. Magbenta sila. At the same time, it's also our way of addressing the pandemic na very airy, very wide, not so much enclosed space.